Good evening. My name is Dion Saputra. My student number is 11.2018.01954. So this night I will answer. There are 6 questions about translation versus interpreting. And question number 1 is what are different of translation and interpreting? And the answer is translation only focuses on translating the writings that have been made and also those that have been seen in each sentence. And the interpreter is has a special presence in the audience who has spoken, but the two are not much different. What makes the difference is only how to do it. Okay, and that is the answer number 1. And question number 2 is basically how many kinds of interpreting. Explain and give example. For the basically there are 6 kinds. And first is simultaneous interpreting. Simultaneous interpreting is the interpreter must translate the sentence into the target language while simultaneously listening to and comprehending the next sentence. And the second, consecutive interpreting. Consecutive interpreting. During consecutive interpreting, the speaker stops every 1 to 5 minutes, usually at the end of every paragraph or complete task. And the interpreter then steps in to render what was said into the target language. And the third, escort or travel interpreting. Escort or travel interpreters can behave almost as an assistant, helping clients to navigate while they are traveling around on business trips. These interpreters may accompany clients to a meeting or to a handful or meetings. Sorry. And the fourth, whisper interpreting. Whisper interpreting is similar to simultaneous interpreting, but the interpreter does not use a headset or microphone. And the fifth, scheduled telephone interpreting or OPI or over the phone interpretation. Scheduled telephone interpreting, also called OPI or over the telephone interpretation, can be either simultaneous or consecutive. And the last, on demand for interpreting. On demand for interpreting is for individuals or organizations that need to communicate across language barriers immediately. There are the answer from question number 2. And the question number 3, what kinds of people who want to be interpreter? For the people who want to be interpreter, there are 3 kinds. And the first, simultaneous interpreters, is convey a spoken or signed message into another language at the they have stopped to allow for interpretation. And the second, consecutive interpreters convey the speakers or signers message in another language after they have stopped to allow for the interpretation. And last side, translation interpreters is provide a translation of a written document directly into a spoken language for immediate understanding, but not for the purposes of producing a written translate document. And question number 4, what is another aspect of interpreting? For the various aspects of the story of interpreting is quite new. The most common two modes of interpreting are simultaneous interpreting, which is done at the time of the exposure to the source language, and consecutive interpreting, which is done it breaks to the exposure. Exposure, and they are the answer from aspect of interpreting. And this question number 5 is, what is the best thing of interpreting? The best thing of interpreting, I mean, there are many imagination, another imagination for other people, because in one person it's not the same as the same for us, the same as brain from other people in this world. Maybe they get new imagination. What's going on? You come to the interpreter or you be interpreting, and this I will give the one point about the best thing of interpreting. And the first is be an extremely good listener. What's that? Interpreters need to pick up on every word, every intent, and every meaning. And second, have excellent sensory, motor, and cognitive skills. Is all of these skills need to work in unison to ensure that not only language. And the third, have an extensive vocabulary of multiple languages. Because interpreters are working in real time, they can rarely consult or trust dictionary or reference materials. And the last, be culturally aware. It is just a specialist subject. Knowledge is very important. And the last question is, what are other advantages of interpreting? This is the answer is very near. It's very short. It's nothing long answer, because the question get to the point of the advantage of interpreting. And answer is, an interpreter can assist with any cultural nuances that provide clarity between the language gap. For example, if a person is in a court and not making eye contact, it may be due to cultural difference. An interpreter can confirm whether this behavior is cultural or deviance. That's all my videos. I'm Dion Saputra. Thank you.